On this week's episode of The Splash, we have Fly, Fly, Butterfly, a breakfast for champions and heroes, and we investigate an award. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, also that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash.
Hello, I'm Brooke Allen. Welcome to The Splash. Thank you for joining us. I know we don't tend to get political on The Splash, but in this next story, we just had to take a stance. Jake Kustash brings us the story and also a fun fact.
You look like someone who wants to know a fun fact. Well, here's a fun fact for you. Michigan is only one of 2 states that does not have a state insect. The students here at Gretschka Elementary want to change that by making the monarch butterfly our state insect.
Today, we came over to Gretschka Elementary School, Representative Carter and me, to talk to the kids about the bill that they asked us to introduce to make the monarch butterfly the state insect. Well, we don't have a state insect, and we're one of only 2 states that doesn't have one. And if you are familiar with the industry in Michigan, farming is our number 2, and we are dire shortage, really, happening with pollination. And so the monarchs are a big part of that. And they're beautiful, and we don't have a state insect, and what could be better than a gorgeous orange butterfly?
It was just phenomenal. In my opinion, you know, we have an opportunity here to hear the voices of our future leaders. These young people are engaged with making the monarch butterfly the state insect, and it's so important to them. And just to see how proud they were, how much they knew about the insect, it was uplifting to me.
The effort to get the monarch butterfly chosen as Michigan's state insect isn't just about fun and catchy songs. It's also getting children informed and involved in the governmental process.
The bills have to pass both houses in our state government. We have a House of Representatives and a Senate. The House of Representatives has the bill that they started. That was Representative Carter. And then we started the same bill on the Senate side a little bit later so that it can move faster through both houses kind of simultaneously. And that lets us work with the Committee of Government Operations on both sides sort of at the same time, which should help move things along a little faster.
Well, I just really was inspired by the children. You know, when you're a legislator, you look at adult issues, adult concerns. You cut on CNN, all you see is adults. Well, when you see children so engaged, like I did today, I was inspired. And then that innocent love that they have, they're very trusting. Several of them came up to me and just hugged me. It's something I like, hugs, especially from kids. So I would welcome my opportunity to come back here and read next March Reading Month. The second graders will be third graders, and that's the grade we usually read to. So I look forward to seeing these young people again. We are just the sunny shine.
Hopefully the students' hard work and songs will convince the people in Lansing to make the monarch butterfly our state insect. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Jake Kustash.
You can find more information on our website at civiccentertv.com/monarchgovernment. Last week was Veterans Day, and our community wanted to once again give back to those who have served our nation. Ali Hadi has the story on a special event that celebrated our veterans.
They gave so much for us to be here today, and it is time to give back. I'm here at the Orchard Mall, where the community is honoring all local veterans with a hearty breakfast fit for our champions.
We're very pleased to be here again. This is the second year that our West Bloomfield Parks and Rec has coordinated this event at the Orchard Mall. It was really a successful event last year, inviting all of our area veterans to the mall here for our breakfast and to really acknowledge their service, to our nation and their continuing service to the community.
I think you'll find that most veterans are pretty humble, and some are uncomfortable with an event like this, but I'm really thrilled that they are recognized because they have served their country, they've served their communities, and quite honestly, we should be thankful for what they do. We live in an awesome country, we live in an awesome community, and a lot of that is given to us by them and what they've done in the past.
Think about the number of people that actually go into the military. Like, we've had historic wars and large numbers of people, and as maybe the need to have men and women in the service has declined over the last few generations, it's still very important for the safety of the nation to have men and women volunteer. They're an all volunteer, military nowadays. So to have men and women make that commitment, and to think about what that commitment involves they don't know where they're going to go next. They potentially, all of them, will go into harm's way. There's no guarantee that they would ever return. To have that kind of commitment in service of your nation, the protection of others, is really something.
It's just part of our history that we don't want to lose. This is part of what makes us Americans. This is part of what makes us great. And these individuals that you're going to see here today that we're honoring protected that. And the ones that aren't here gave their lives to protect it. These are the lucky ones that we can thank today.
The Heroes Breakfast was nothing but a success, reminding us all that we should always say thank you to those who go above and beyond. To all the veterans out there, thank you for your service. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Ollie Hattie.
For more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/heroesbreakfast 2019. Later in the show, we see a special service award, and we also sit down with the recipient.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital. 10 years ago, Henry Ford Health System celebrated the grand opening of its West Bloomfield Hospital. Since then, they've celebrated innovative new technologies, medical breakthroughs, and unique approaches to health and healing. To learn more about Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital, visit henryford.com/West Bloomfield 10. Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital is a proud sponsor of Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen. Thanks for being with us. The West Bloomfield Police Department honored the service of one of their best and brightest detectives. Ryan Younglove stopped by the West Bloomfield Police Station to get the story.
I'm here today at the West Bloomfield Police Headquarters, where today we honor one of West Bloomfield's finest.
Being recognized is kind of like not usual for me, so and especially when you're in law enforcement, like you're so used to helping other people and communicating with other people about them. So it's unusual to have it be on you, but it's appreciated for sure. And it reminds you why you're doing your work. So you kind of get a new fire lit and you want to keep going to help the community and other people. The Fraternal Order of Police, who gave me the award today, they accept nominations from local police departments for officers who have gone over and above in community service. So I think that's how my name got brought up, is because of my community service, the boards that I'm on, the current position that I hold. So that's why we're here today, and I enjoy it a lot. I think it's very fun. It's challenging, but it's also very fun.
Detective Roshirt really went above and beyond. She's out there. She's really the face, one of the faces of our police department. She's engaging the community, and she's she's out there with our nonprofits, really making a difference day to day. I think anytime you recognize someone's achievement, it's a positive thing. That's something that we could actually do a better job of here. So we really appreciate the fact that the FOP came in and presented this community award to Detective Roshirt, and certainly is something that we're going to piggyback on in the future. This was an individual award today, but really it's an award that we accept on behalf of the entire team here. Whether you're sworn or civilian, it's really a team effort to accomplish all that we've accomplished and develop the amazing relationship we have with our community. So we're super proud of Detective Roshirt, but we're proud of the entire team.
On this day, Detective Roshirt was honored for her outstanding community service, and with an excellent team behind her, this brings joy to the entire department and to West Bloomfield as a whole. This has been Ryan Younglove reporting for The Splash.
To learn more on this story, you can visit civiccentertv.com/WBPD Service Award. And now it's time for the Civic Center TV event update, where we provide you with upcoming events going on in our community. And for a look at additional events, visit civiccentertv.com/events. If you enjoy songs and also enjoy stories, then perhaps you might enjoy Stories and Songs happening at the library. Every Thursday from 10 to 10:30 a.m., visit West Bloomfield Public Library for some special dual language stories and songs. Admission is free. For additional information, go to westbloomfieldlibrary.org. Come to Henry's Market on Main. This market hosts a variety of freshly grown food, and yes, there are free samples. Learn from expert chefs on how to prepare a meal with the ingredients grown from Henry Ford's very own greenhouse. The market is open Wednesdays from 9 to 5 and is free and open to the public. For more information, go to henryford.com. The legend himself, Peter Rabbit, coming to the library Tuesday, November 26th from 11 a.m. to 11:45. At the West Bloomfield Public Library, and they're having your favorite characters for a special meet and greet. And before that meeting, there will be reading, crafts, and games. There's no registration required, and for more information, go to westbloomfieldlibrary.org. Dispose of prescription drugs with Operation Medicine Cabinet happening year-round in West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, and Orchard Lake, and takes place at the 3 police departments. Disposing of drugs is completely anonymous, open 24/7 in West Bloomfield, Tuesdays and Thursdays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Keego Harbor, and Monday through Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Orchard Lake. For more information, visit oakgov.com or call your local police. Get creative at the library. Children ages 2 to 5 are invited to the Little Artist class at the West Bloomfield Public Library. Here, they can use their imagination and creative skills to make many different fun crafts. No registration is required. The class will run every Monday from 10 to 10:30 a.m. For additional information, visit westbloomfieldlibrary.org. It's about time you benefit your beautiful baby's brain by browsing books. Books and Babies taking place at the library Fridays from 10:30 to 11 a.m. This group introduces babies to books in an effort to stimulate and improve brain development. Along with books, there will also be puppets, rhymes, and finger plays. Go to westbloomfieldlibrary.org for more information on the event. Hey you, let's talk every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Come improve your English language skills at the West Bloomfield Public Library. These talks are facilitated by a tutor from the Oakland Literacy Council, and you can stop by any time during the length of the event. Registration is free. For more information, go to wbref@wblit.org. That's it for this week's highlights. You can find more events online at civiccentertv.com/events and see everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, I'll sit down with Katherine Roshirt, detective with the West Bloomfield Police Department.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
You want it, you got it. Civic Center TV has been bringing you live coverage of your local municipal meetings for years. Now you can catch a replay of those meetings the following day at 1 o'clock and again on Saturdays and Sundays at 9 a.m. If that's not enough, you can also visit civiccentertv.com/meetings to view a whole list of on-demand Township Board meetings and keep up to date on the most recent developments in your local government. Giving you more, it's Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm joined this week by Detective with the West Bloomfield Police Department, Katherine Roshirt. And Katie, we are not talking about crime today. We are talking about comedy.
That's right. We were talking about the West Bloomfield Police Foundation's comedy show, December 5th at 6 p.m. at the Berman Center.
Okay, so policemen having a comedy show. Tell me a little bit about this.
Yes, it is. So this is our 4th year doing this. This is our fundraiser, our biggest fundraiser of the year for the West Bloomfield Police Foundation. We kind of had this idea because it's something that you don't normally associate police officers with. It's comedy. So we kind of wanted to have a night that was a little bit lighter, have some fun, have people out. It's for our officers and for the community, and just have some fun.
So this night, you said it's the biggest fundraiser. So what does this money go toward? I mean, you guys are always out in the community.
Yes, we are. So this helps us continue doing all the work that we do, whether it be the Coats for Kids, Breaking Enemy Christmas. We help our police department with community events that we do, like the balloon fight that we had a couple months ago. So it helps us do all those events. And then our main cause is to help police officers and members of our own police department. In case the worst situation happens where we do lose an officer in the line of duty, the Police Foundation is there to cover all major costs and help with anything that the family may need.
So this is a pretty important event.
Yes, it is. Yep, it's our biggest fundraiser, like I said, and it's the biggest time that we get to meet the community members and meet people who want to come in and meet us and have a little fun.
Okay, so tell me why that's important.
Well, because police officers get a stigma of being, very serious, and we're only there typically for bad things. So we wanted to change that stigma and humanize the badge and show that we're people too. We like to have fun, and so that's why another reason why we paid comedy was that we all can laugh, especially at cops sometimes.
That's good.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so you have a major headliner doing the show. So tell me
Yes.
about him. He's
So
a local.
He is. So John Heffron is our comedian this year. He is born and raised in Michigan, got to start here on some local stages, and he was on 955, the radio channel. And then he, did Last Comic Standing, won season 2 of Last Comic Standing, and then he kind of just took off. So he's going to come back this year and do our show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're super excited to have him. He's a very funny guy, and we're excited to have him be our headliner.
So that's interesting that he ends up being a local guy, which is kind of important too.
Yeah,
right?
it is. Yep.
To keep it local.
Yes, to keep it local and to support the community and people who have left. Come back and show support, even though they're far away from us. They always come back and want to support, which is great.
So, okay, so this is December 5th.
Yep.
A Thursday.
Thursday, yes.
Right, okay, tickets are still available.
Tickets are still available, yep. Look on our Facebook page, which is the West Bloomfield Police Foundation Facebook page, or wbpolicefoundation.org is our website.
Okay, so tell me, the ticket includes what?
So the ticket includes the show, so we're going to have John Heffron as our main headliner. He's going to bring a beginning act with him. So you have a beginner and the headliner, and then we have our live auction. So we have a Channel 4 behind the scenes. You get to go watch the news show, and then radio from Joey from the radio channel 955 is going to let us do a behind the scenes with him too, where you get to go hear them shoot the radio. And then our Oakland County helicopter ride is with the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. It's very fun. People really like that. We're gonna auction those items off for our live auction.
Okay, so there's the live auction. Is that open now or only open that night?
Only open that night.
And at the location?
Yes, the Berman. We're going to do that before the comedians start. And then we're going to have a cocktail hour with a cocktail bar. We're going to have our theme this year is kind of like a theater.
How about snacks?
Yeah, where you have your popcorn and your candy, and you're going to grab your snacks and go into the theater and sit down for the show. Yeah.
So it sounds like a lot of fun. Real quick question, age range for people who come?
Yeah, so we typically like to have, older teen, like 18 and up, just because we're never quite sure. It's comedy, It's a live show, so you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we can find the information on the Facebook page, and, it's coming up quick.
Yep, coming quick, so get your tickets now, $35, and then if you are in law enforcement or you're a family member of law enforcement, it's a $10 discount, so $25 for those people.
I know you do. Can I get a discount?
Yeah, of course. Sure, we can hook it up. Absolutely.
So one thing about policemen being out in the community.
Yeah.
How much does it matter to you to be out in the community?
So I have seen in my own career personally how I've met people under circumstances where I'm in the community or we're doing something fun like the water balloon fight. We met kids and then they would see me later and they'd be like, hey, I remember you. And it totally changes the stigma of what, even if I'm there for a reason that's not the greatest, it just changes everything. And they're excited to see you. They don't have they're not scared of you, which sometimes kids can be. So it just changes all of that, and people, get to know you, and it makes them feel more comforted. Right. Than just some stranger who they don't even know.
And that's important, especially, like you said, if it's a situation that may not be all that good.
Yes.
Right?
Yep,
So that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Sure does. Comedy for a cause.
Comedy for a cause, yep.
Big cause
Yes.
and a great cause, and December 5th, so everybody needs to get their tickets now.
Yes, yep, come out and support us.
It was sold out last year, right?
It was sold out, yep. So,
all right. So,
please come and support us. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, and that information can be found on the Facebook page.
That's right.
Which is
West Bloomfield Police Foundation on Facebook, and then wbpolicefoundation.org is our website.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You.
Looking forward
Appreciate
to it. And once again, we've been joined by Detective Katherine Roshirt. And now on the show, we learn all about our animal ambassadors on this week's episode of A Minute with Nature.
Hello and welcome to Minute with Nature. I'm your host, Lauren Azuri, the park naturalist for West Bloomfield Parks. And today, we're here inside our nature room learning about some of our animal ambassadors. An animal ambassador is one of our animals that we use for teaching the public about nature. We have permits from the DNR that allow us to keep these animals captive. And we want to remind the public that you should choose your pets wisely. A lot of the animals we have here at the Nature Room are great for education, but they're not the best pets to have at your home. The animal ambassador we're going to highlight today is our eastern gray tree frog. Now you might wonder what the difference between a frog and toad is, and you can visit us here at the Nature Room to look at up close and notice the differences. But a toad, it has dry, bumpy skin, and frogs usually have wet, slimy skin and smooth skin. Our eastern gray tree frog definitely has nice, smooth skin. And it's really cool because it can camouflage. it can change its colors between grays and greens. It doesn't change any crazy colors like purples and oranges because we don't really have that outside in our environment in Michigan, so it doesn't need to. But it's great at camouflaging on the bark of a beech tree, the gray color, or a leaf of a tree, the green color. We think that our eastern gray tree frog here is a male because we've heard him vocalize before. Only male frogs vocalize, and they do that in the springtime to attract females down to the pond. One female tree frog can lay 1,000 to 2,000 eggs at one time. That's a lot of baby tree frogs. So our tree frog here in our habitat in the nature room is right inside, we call it suitcase, or its traveling case. It doesn't always stay in this plain clear case. We only use that when we're bringing it out to show groups to learn about it or bringing it to schools or local organizations. It has another habitat down below that has everything that it requires. So it has a spot to hide and feel more comfortable. It has a water bowl to wet its skin or drink from. And here at the nature room, we feed it things like crickets and mealworms. Well, you might want to know how you can help tree frogs or other frog species in Michigan. You can join a citizen science project, which is our frog and toad survey. We do that together here at West Bloomfield Parks, along with the Friends of the Rouge. In the spring, we go out to our wetlands on the trail, and we listen for frogs, and we record which kinds we hear, because different frogs make different sounds. So by being a citizen scientist, going out and listening to frogs and recording what you hear, we know that our wetlands are healthy because of the variety of species that we have. So if you'd like to help out, join us for a citizen science project or visit us at the Nature Room so you can learn a little bit more about our frog and toad amphibian friends. And that's your Minute with Nature.
For more episodes of A Minute with Nature, visit civiccentertv.com/MWN. And now it's time for our final segment, Person of the Week, where we celebrate the people in the community who are inspiring and providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Jeff Nagarwa from Premier Pet Supply. Jeff is the co-owner of Premier Pet Supply in West Bloomfield. His business provides the quality supplies needed to take care of all our furry family members. And Jeff loves animals and dedicates his time to provide the best and most premier pet supplies so that our pets in the community can live their best and healthiest lives. His work of growing the business has also awarded him, along with his partner, the Business Person of the Year Award from the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce during the Key to the Township ceremony earlier this year. And this dedication to our pets and community is what makes him our Person of the Week. And if you know someone who is making a positive difference, let us know and message us on social media with any or all suggestions, because we want to congratulate and acknowledge those making a difference in our community. And that's it for this week's show. You can watch new episodes anytime online in HD at civiccentertv.com, Mondays at 5:30 p.m., Civic Center TV on Comcast 15 and AT&T Channel 99. And, of course, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Civic Center TV. And you can also listen to me weekdays from 2 to 7 p.m. on WWJ Newsradio 950. And for all our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Kego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for watching The Splash.